Proper Context Media, we back. It's your boy, the Real Moose 74. I'm here by myself today. Back with another Just Showing Love series. I haven't done these in a while. I started off doing the Just Showing Love, series. And today I feel like, I need to show love to GTX, Battle League, and Disaster, Lush One. So let me get to it. So I was on the phone, yesterday with NBS Keo from NBS Central. So we talking. I said, "Hey man, I feel like I want to do I want to do a blog on the GTX. I like what they're doing with the whole Deaf Coast Academy. I like the whole GTX thing. I like their card that's coming up. I'm liking GTX. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like I should do a blog. So he tells me that Disaster puts out a tweet that says, "Hey man, all of y'all who not blogging on us gonna feel some type of way because you know we about to blow up." So I'm like, oh snap, I didn't even see that blog, but I'm doing the blog now, so not to say that, just in case they blow up, but no, I'm just saying like I'm doing the blog now to show some love because I recognize what y'all doing by myself. You know what I'm saying? I see it from my own eyes, like Disaster. Like, like when we talking about, Disaster, Lush One and all this, let's just talk about let me just focus on Disaster for a minute. Like Disaster he's a goat. Talking about all the way back to the pit. You know what I mean? Talking about smoking niggas all the way back to the pit. You know what I mean? Like he brought that West Coast battle rap feel to battle rap because battle rap was all, basically New York City. Like niggas didn't even know that they was getting down like that in, other places. You know what I mean? And Disaster came and really put the pit on the map. And him, Active, Jag was there. A lot of people came out the pit, QP Sons, Conceited, you know what I mean? You had the pit, Jungle, all of that. Like Disaster really, like, he was, hold a minute. Remember, Disaster packed out a whole arena. We talking about like 30,000 people. Like, which one of you battle rappers can say that? Like, Disaster is a legend. He should be on a lot of y'all Mount Rushmore. The fact that y'all don't talk about him enough kind of rubs me the wrong way. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this blog because, like, we talking about Disaster, Battle Cannabis. He brought Cannabis and Cassidy back. That could be a good thing and a bad thing because now we still stuck with Cassidy. So, we're going to blame you for that, Disaster. But also, you brought him back to battle rap. You brought Cannabis, even though that was a fucking disaster. But like you had some great performances. You had some of the most greatest, the greatest performances in battle rap. We talk about King of Rebuttals, King of Freestyles. You always should be in somebody's top five. You should always be in somebody's top five as far as GOATs. You should always be in somebody's Mount Rushmore. I feel like Disaster is a GOAT. I feel like he should be talked about more. And I feel like, he'd have been all over the world. Disaster and Arsenal is, battle rap's first international superstar. Really, Arsenal is, battle rap's first international superstar because he was going all over. But Disaster too. Like Disaster packed out arenas. You know what I mean? So it's like y'all need to start giving, Disaster his flowers, you know what I mean? And if he's involved in a battle league, I feel like it needs to be getting more attention. I feel like, if Surf is doing Midnight Madness, I feel like the same, I feel like the same should be, attention should be given to Disaster. Not saying that, that, him and Surf is on the same scale. I'm just saying because, Surf was more in the spaces promoting and all of that. But I'm just saying, like, Disaster, he should be, what he does, what he says and what he does in this culture should be, we should be paying attention to because he's one of the GOATs in the culture. He's one of the, he's a respected figure in the culture. And it's kind of like, if Michael Jordan or something said something about the NBA or if, something like that, Dr. J or one of them said, and they was coming out with their own basketball league. We want to look at that. You know what I mean? So it's like especially with like Disaster. And then once you start to get into Lush One, like you know what I mean, you see how long Lush One has been around, and Lush One needs his flowers too. Y'all better stop playing with Lush One. Like we ain't even just talking about what he did for King of the Dot, but Lush One, they got a couple battles too. Y'all better check his verse tracker. Like you know what I mean, and Lush One just from just music in general, cause he could rap for real. Like just stop playing with Lush One. He could rap for real. You know what I mean? He got battles, he got music, you know what I mean, from the fashion to what he done in battle rap. Like the support, the amount of support that Lush One shows in battle rap is y'all can't even find it. Like he's everywhere. Like he be at RBE events, he be at URL events, King of the Dot events. Like we need to show, like, come on, man. Lush One been around for a long time. Lush One been helping people get on for a long time. He been pushing, young people, people who even, he didn't got, he got new media people. You see people who don't, new media people on the judging panel and stuff like that. People, I mean, listen, Lush One has done a lot. You know what I mean? He supported Midnight Madness. Like, man, Lush One is a legend in battle rap too. And I feel like, y'all just see him on the sidelines. Y'all feel like the only thing he do is host or announce. Like, you know what I mean? And y'all need to start putting some respect on his name. He was the soldier boy at a lot of stuff. Designer, you know what I'm saying? Like he had record labels. I mean, listen, like y'all need to, like, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, like, you know what I mean, Lush One came a long way. Look at him now. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all say a lot about him about when he was, doing this and doing that, but look at him now. I don't feel like y'all that, how he is now garners as much attention as how y'all used to talk about him when he was doing drugs and everything else. And I feel like the same attention he used to do to get then, now when he's doing good, y'all need to give him that same thing, because, like, let's be for real, he's changed his lifestyle while still remaining in the culture where it probably influenced the negative lifestyle he had to change in the first place, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, like, all of that, he was living a rock star lifestyle, in battle rap and hip hop and all of that, his own record, everything. He was like, doing those, and the drugs came with it. And he chose to change his life while still remaining in the culture that, those things are influenced by. And I'm like, oh, that takes a lot of strength. We need to applaud Lush One. And I applaud him for being strong, for being, standing on his toes, and being, overcoming what he overcame and being the man that he is today. And that's who I judge. And same with Disaster came a long way too. And you know what I mean? And they started, they started something special, and I just wanted to appreciate them. This is the day where I feel like we got to appreciate Lush One, we got to appreciate Disaster, we got to appreciate GTX Battle League. You know what I mean? They came out with their own battle league. They even got their own academy. Like, they're helping groom up and coming battle rappers. Deaf Coast Academy. Like, y'all need to go and support GTX. Shout out to GTX Battles. Go and, follow them on Twitter. Also, they got a podcast, No Jumper, in this fire. I've been watching it. You know what I mean? No Jumper with Disaster and Lush One. We're talking about two goats in battle rap and, Lush, all of hip hop in general. You know what I mean? Like, they've been doing big things, and I feel like we ain't shed enough light on it. And I'm here to tell y'all, I see y'all. And Proper Context Media is here to tell y'all that GTX Battle League, Lush One, and Disaster are doing big things, and the culture needs to pay attention. This is just me telling the people what the people need to hear. Proper Context Media. This is what's going on. GTX Battle got a fire card coming up on the 22nd, and people, no one's been talking about it. I'm here. I'm about to promote this card till it come up. Same way I promote URL, same way I promote everything else. I'm promoting GTX Battle League too. Like, come on, they got some good. They got some good. But come on, they got. Let me go through this. Let me go through this battle. Let me go through this card. Come on, man. They got Holmesy versus Fate. We just seen Fate. We just seen Fate tonight. Whether he lost against Times or not, like, Fate was fire. We got Chef Trez versus Saint. Saint kind of, slipped up in the last battle. I feel like Saint about to come back with a vengeance. Chef Trez always been fire. We got Big T versus Mac Myra. Hey, yo, who y'all playing with? Come on, why y'all playing with GTA? Hey, yo, come on, man. They got Mac Myra versus Big T. Midwest, I'm from Chicago. Of course, come on, man. You see what's going on. I'm from Chicago. I got Big T, but come on, man. Mac Myra, we all did put the Midwest versus the Midwest. Hey, unless I don't like that, but we're going to talk about that another time. We got Big T versus McMahon. That's fire. We got Averb versus Pass. You seen what Pass? You seen how Pass is rapped against Bill Collector? Even though I had Bill Collector 2-1, Pass second was crazy. I gave Pass the second a slight edge, but like, come on. And Averb, we got this is my favorite one right here. We got Geechee Gotti versus Clean Paper. What we doing? What we doing? First card. First card, Geechee. It ain't even the main event. What we talking about? We got Geechee Gotti versus Clean Paper, and it's not the. We got Geechee Gotti, Clean Paper, Averb, Big T, Mac Myron, all on the card, and none of them are the main event. Hey, yo, you tell me a better. Come on, man, stop it. Like, what we doing? And then we got Disaster versus Azino. I don't even know who this Azino dude is, but from what I understand, he's one of the most highest viewed battlers where he's from. Like, he's like the Mortar Mooka where he's from. And come on, it's Disaster. I wouldn't give a damn if Disaster's battling on watch. I wouldn't give a damn if he's battling a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I'm say, fuck that peanut butter and jelly sandwich up, nigga. Get that nigga, Disaster. So I'm just saying, like, y'all need to really be paying attention to, you know what I mean, the GTX league. Y'all need to be paying attention to what Lush One Disaster is doing. Like, anybody else we paying attention to, but Disaster is a GOAT. He on people Mount Rushmore. Y'all ain't paying attention to what he doing in the culture. I'm like, I just feel like it's kind of a little disrespectful. I'm showing love. Proper Context Media, see y'all. Man, we appreciate what y'all doing. Much love to y'all. Man, keep doing what y'all doing. And let me know what these events at, because I'm going to pop out. I'm going to give interviews. I'm going to do blogs. You know what I mean? Holla at me. Real Musa 7 for Proper Context Media.